Did you know Thanos once tried to conquer Earth using a fake cosmic cube? He managed to defeat the Elders of the Universe and even turned the Hulk against the Avengers. But he didn't count on one thing: a surprise team-up with the Guardians of the Galaxy and the mind of Tony Stark. In this video, we will break down the story for you all. But before we jump into the story, thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you love deep dives into comic lore, make sure to like, comment, follow, or subscribe to Comic Leap. Alright, without further ado, let's leap in. The story begins with a bald man named Cancer. He is talking about granting a great power to a specific group of people, a power that can lead them to glory and give them everything they desire. In this panel, you can see that Cancer is actually speaking to the members of the Zodiac. Meanwhile, in New York, we see superheroes celebrating the grand opening of the new Avengers Tower. Here we can see Captain America, Iron Man, and the others looking very happy as they celebrate their new headquarters. In another location, we find Hulk alone in the desert. He spots a military convoy and tanks. Hulk assumes they are there to attack him. However, unexpectedly, the soldiers are attacked by water moving in a strange way, crushing their vehicles. Hulk tries to help the soldiers, but a humanoid water creature appears before him. Hulk immediately attacks the creature. The terrified soldiers start firing at both Hulk and the waterman. Suddenly, a blast from a tank hits both Hulk and the water creature. Let's call him Aquarius, since he is a member of the Zodiac group. Plus, he's wearing the Aquarius logo. The tank fire hits them so hard that it briefly forces Aquarius back into his human form. Realizing he needs to leave, Aquarius decides to escape, launching one last attack at Hulk and the soldiers as he retreats. After Aquarius vanishes, the soldiers accuse Hulk of stealing the cargo they were carrying. Hulk, who has no idea what's going on, denies it and picks up an Aquarius logo that was dropped. However, the soldiers keep firing at him, and the Green Giant is forced to leap away. At the end of this scene, we see a broken container. It seems whatever was inside has been taken by Aquarius. Elsewhere in Latveria, we see Hawkeye and Black Widow spying on a house in a village guarded by armed forces. They are on a mission to recover a dangerous item that is planned to be sold on the black market. After neutralizing several guards outside, they move closer to the house. They peek through the window and see something that leaves them in shock. Black Widow immediately calls the rest of the Avengers for backup. The guards begin loading the item into a car, but Hawkeye and Black Widow take them down and seize the vehicle with the mysterious cargo. They quickly speed away, but when Hawkeye looks in the rearview mirror, he gets a nasty surprise. Behind them, a bull-like man and the remaining guards are in hot pursuit. Let's call this creature Taurus. As Taurus closes in on their car, Thor and Iron Man luckily arrive. They attack Taurus and destroy the guards' vehicles. However, Taurus is far from defeated. Even though Thor demands his surrender, Taurus stands back up and knocks both Thor and Iron Man aside. He then hurls Thor into Black Widow's car until it's wrecked, screaming, "You do not steal from Zodiac!" Before we get to the Avengers' fight against Taurus, let's flashback for a moment to Curacao. Two Zodiac members, Cancer and Ares, are attacking an illegal weapons warehouse. Surprisingly, they are there to steal a mysterious item. We see them talking to someone, though the identity of this person is kept hidden. Back to a quick scene. We see Hulk arrive at the Avengers Tower. He meets the Avengers' butler, Jarvis, and tells him that he needs to see Captain America. Finally, we return to the battle against Taurus. Iron Man and Hawkeye launch an all-out attack, ganging up on him. This forces Taurus to retreat, but Tony Stark intercepts him in midair. That turns out to be a mistake. In a one-on-one fight, Taurus has the upper hand. He punches Tony so hard that he crashes into the ground, defeating Iron Man. Meanwhile, Hawkeye and Black Widow help Thor. The three of them finally open the mysterious box they took from the guards. A bright light shines from inside, leaving them wide-eyed in shock. Sometime later, on the helicarrier, Tony Stark wakes up. The other Avengers, Captain America, Hawkeye, Black Widow, Hulk, and Thor, are gathered around him. They now know that the group attacking them is the Zodiac. However, Captain America mentions something strange. When he checked with the military about the convoy Aquarius attacked, they claimed that the convoy never existed. Why would they lie? Fortunately, the heroes choose to trust Hulk. Next, They open the chest they recovered from Latveria. Inside is an object called the Ultimate Nullifier, a weapon capable of rewriting reality. Captain America explains that between the military hiding the truth about their convoy and the discovery of the Ultimate Nullifier, these events are clearly connected and very dangerous. He asks everyone to keep this a secret from all other superheroes. Suddenly, the helicarrier is attacked, blowing a hole in the side of the ship. Captain immediately orders Natasha to take the Ultimate Nullifier and escape. In the chaos, we see the attackers: Gemini, Pisces, Leo, Aquarius, Virgo, and Libra. It's the Zodiac, of course. The Zodiac members demand that the Avengers return the item they stole. Of course, they are talking about the Ultimate Nullifier. A massive fight breaks out, and unfortunately, Leo manages to throw Hulk out of the ship. Captain America orders Natasha to get out of there while the other Avengers hold off the Zodiac. At first, the Avengers are outnumbered, but luckily, Tony manages to power up his armor and joins the fray as Iron Man. The tide begins to turn, and the Avengers start taking control of the battle. To make things even better, Hulk returns. In a fit of pure rage, he tackles Leo and pushes him right out of the helicarrier. They plummet down to a beach where a furious Hulk starts relentlessly pounding Leo. "Keep hitting him, Hulk!" Meanwhile, inside the helicarrier, Black Widow is running with the Nullifier. She is chased by Aquarius, who turns into a giant wave to attack her in the hallway. However, once the water settles, Aquarius realizes he has lost track of Natasha. Seriously? Can this waterman even fight? Anyway, Natasha successfully escapes through the air vents. Back with the rest of the Avengers, the battle against the Zodiac continues. Captain America tells Maria Hill and the SHIELD agents to abandon ship, but Hill refuses to leave. Nearby, the fight between Thor and Libra is so intense that they take their battle outside the ship. Down on the beach, Hulk finally defeats Leo, forcing him back into his human form. As Leo is defeated, a strange, glowing golden mist rises from his body. This mist passes right through Iron Man, though it leaving Tony wondering exactly what kind of substance it is. Back on the ship, Maria Hill reaches the armory and finds Black Widow. While they argue about why Captain America won't let them call for backup, Iron Man arrives. He explains that the Zodiac's powers come from a specific energy source given to them. To stop them, they need to strip that energy away. The battle on the helicarrier reaches its peak. Suddenly, Black Widow and Maria Hill arrive in Nick Fury's flying car. They fire a sonic energy weapon at the Zodiac members, neutralizing their powers and turning them all back into humans. As Captain America demands to know who sent them, a massive beam of white light hits the helicarrier, landing right in front of the team. Out of the light emerges Thanos, and he looks absolutely furious. Tony Stark broadcasts the entire situation live from his armor directly to the US government. At the White House, officials realize that the arrival of Thanos is the highest cosmic threat Earth has ever faced. Knowing that Thanos is only there for the Nullifier, Iron Man immediately asks the government for permission to self-destruct the helicarrier to take Thanos down with it. Thanos threatens the Avengers, and Thor prepares to strike back. But suddenly, Hulk grabs Thor and stops him. Hulk yells that he can't control himself. Thanos has taken over his body. Thanos orders Hulk to finish off the Avengers and commands the Zodiac to reclaim the Nullifier. Instantly, the Zodiac members transform back into their monster forms and starts attacking Widow and Hill. Meanwhile, the US government authorizes Operation Bubble. The helicarrier is set to autopilot toward the Atlantic Ocean to self-destruct. The crew quickly evacuates in small aircraft. While the Avengers struggle to fight off a body-controlled Hulk, the helicarrier explodes in a massive fireball. We see the Avengers saved just in time by an energy barrier, while Thanos and the Zodiac are caught directly in the blast. Luckily, the Avengers manage to land safely on a nearby beach, and Hulk is finally free from Thanos' control. Fast forward to some time later. The leader of the Zodiac, Cancer, is being interrogated by Captain America. Steve asks him where he met Thanos and where the Mad Titan is hiding now, but Cancer refuses to speak. Finally, Black Widow takes over the interrogation, pulling out a few tools that, well, they look painful. But one thing becomes clear: Thanos has vanished. Realizing they are out of leads, the team heads back to the Avengers Tower in a Quinjet. One thing is certain: with Thanos involved, they are now facing a cosmic-level threat. When they arrive at the tower, when the Guardians of the Galaxy suddenly appear, offering their help. What could they be planning? Why did the Guardians of the Galaxy suddenly show up? Let's flash back for a moment. A few days ago, the Guardians were busy saving a planet from an invasion by the Badoon, an alien race. The Badoon were terrorizing the city, forcing Star-Lord and the team to rescue the citizens. Alien citizens, of course. They interrogated a few Badoon soldiers until one finally confessed. They were sent by Thanos. It turns out, Thanos ordered the Badoon to lure the Guardians as far away from Earth as possible because he was planning to attack. Talk about sneaky. Realizing the trap, Peter Quill immediately declared that they were heading back to Earth. Now, back to the present day at Avengers Tower. This is a crucial scene because we finally learn why Thanos is targeting Earth. Here's the deal. Compared to other advanced civilizations, Earth is considered one of the most primitive planets in the galaxy. However, it's also one of the most powerful. Because of this, the Galactic Council, a group of powerful alien leaders, ruled that Earth should be left alone. They believe that even a single interaction with Earth could lead to a massive conflict. But to Thanos, this hands-off rule felt like an invitation. He wants to conquer and rule the Earth. To succeed, however, he first had to steal something powerful enough that could actually hurt him. The problem is, the Avengers still don't know exactly what Thanos took. To find out, Captain America and Hulk head back to Nevada to find the soldiers who attacked Hulk earlier. Cap demands to know exactly what that convoy was transporting. Shortly after, Captain America and Hulk catch up with the rest of the Avengers and the Guardians of the Galaxy, who have gathered at an airfield. Cap reveals the shocking truth. The US military has created a new cosmic cube. That was the item the Acorsius hijacked, and it is now in the hands of Thanos. Without wasting a second, the combined teams head into deep space, ready to take the fight directly to Thanos. Maria Hill gathers the remaining heroes at Avengers Tower. She explains that Captain America and several other Avengers are currently in outer space. However, she's being a bit vague about what they are actually doing up there. Luckily, the space team contacts Maria via a high-level video call. Tony explains their mission. They are going to attack Thanos and take back the cosmic cube. This makes Maria Hill pretty annoyed, as Tony is essentially leaking state secrets. Iron Man ignores the lecture and warns the superheroes back on Earth to stay on high alert, just in case Thanos launches a counterattack while they're away. Meanwhile, in another scene, we see Thanos on the Badoon home planet. He orders the Badoon leader to send their entire fleet to stop the Earth's heroes, knowing they are close behind. It feels a bit desperate on his part, doesn't it? Anyway, the superhero squad is almost at Thanos' location. But just as they think they've arrived, a giant Badoon warship attacks them and tries to pull their ship in. Without hesitation, Thor and Iron Man blast their way into the Badoon ship to take on the alien armada head-on. The Guardians of the Galaxy jump into the fight as well, even though Tony insists he has a plan. A massive battle breaks out between the Badoon forces and the team of Thor, Iron Man, and the Guardians. However, the sheer number of Badoon soldiers starts to overwhelm them, and they manage to bring down Thor and Iron Man. But wait, this was Tony's plan all along. It turns out the person inside that armor wasn't Tony Stark. It was Bruce Banner. He immediately transforms into the Hulk, ready to smash everything in sight. Captain America and Hawkeye join the fray, pushing the Badoon back even further. But in the chaos, one of the Badoon accidentally hits a switch, blowing the airlock open. In an instant, the superheroes and the aliens are all sucked out into the cold vacuum of space. Elsewhere, we see Thanos holding the cosmic cube. It looks like the cube is finally ready for him to use. Thanos now stands before the elders of the universe. The vibe is like a group of teachers scolding a rebellious student, except this student has a cosmic cube. With that incredible cosmic power in his hands, Thanos easily defeats the elders. But wait, what are those strange black spots appearing inside the cosmic cube? Back to our heroes. Black Widow, wearing her astronaut suit, moves quickly to rescue the others and wake up those who can still fight. They don't have a second to waste. The threat is far from over. While they are still rallying the team, the Badoon continue their relentless assault. Fortunately, the combined forces of the Avengers and the Guardians manage to fight them off while making their way back to their ship. But this scene? This is Thor's stage. The god of thunder tirelessly strikes back at the Badoon army, holding the line until every hero is safe inside the ship. Thor even dives back into the Badoon warship to take the fight to them directly. Though briefly outnumbered, Thor, with a little help from Hulk, overpowers the aliens. He makes his way to the ship's core and destroys the power center, triggering a massive explosion that obliterates the alien vessel. Luckily, both Thor and Hulk manage to escape the blast and return to their ship. However, the real battle has only just begun. In the distance, they see Thanos. He has grown to a massive size, standing as tall and look like an elder of the universe. Now, this is a true final boss. We see Thanos, looking as if he has completely merged with the cosmic cube. Thor, fresh off his recent victory, prepares to charge Thanos alone. Even though Captain America tries to stop him, Tony says to let him go. Iron Man is confident in his plan because he claims to have figured out the cube's composition. After all, it was made in America. However, as Thor strikes Thanos in the cube, he is violently blasted back by a massive wave of energy. At first, Thanos smirks, but suddenly his expression changes. Something is wrong. Meanwhile, back on Earth, Reed Richards informs the government that a cosmic-level threat is approaching. One that could potentially wipe out all life on Earth. He warns the officials to prepare for the absolute worst. Back with the Avengers and the Guardians, it turns out that the energy blast from earlier hit them too, transporting them into the Cancerverse, a bizarre dimension filled with disgusting, giant, tentacled monsters. Fortunately, these monsters don't attack. They just sort of float there. Anyway, Tony finally realizes the truth. The cosmic cube Thanos is using isn't a real cosmic cube. Although the US government tried to create a new one, there are unknown particles inside that make it different. This is why Thanos can't fully control it. While they are discussing this, they find the Elders of the Universe and Thor trapped in the Cancerverse as well. It seems Thanos dumped everyone here. The Collector offers Tony Stark several items from his collection, which Tony uses to build a weapon capable of shattering Thanos' fake cube. Final scene. Back on Earth. A giant Thanos is ready to launch his attack. On the surface, the Fantastic Four and other heroes stand ready for a final stand. But before the fight can even begin, a dimensional portal rips open. Iron Man, Thor, and the rest of the team emerge. Using the new weapon Tony built, Thor fires a massive energy blast at the fake cosmic cube. The cube shatters, stripping Thanos of his power and shrinking him back to his original size. It's payback time. Now that he's vulnerable, every hero on the scene jumps into the fight. They absolutely dogpile Thanos. Honestly, this is the most satisfying scene in the entire story. But as it turns out, the Avengers made a deal with the Elders. Once Thanos is defeated, the Elders will take him away to face their judgment. At the end of the story, the Guardians head back into deep space. It looks like the bond between the Guardians and the Avengers is stronger than ever. Will we see them team up again in the someday? Only time will tell. All right, everyone, that's the end of the story. What did you think? Did you love it? Or do you have another comic book story you want me to cover next? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button, leave a comment, follow, and subscribe to help us grow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next leap. Bye!